Good image.
Thank you.
Good image.
Thank you.
Good image.
Thank you.
Good image.
Thank you.
I would like to point out that you said a frog on the log with a hole at the bottom of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how a frog is in possession of the hole, but okay.
Dylan, your name is on, by the way.
I tried to make it stop autofilling it there, but it won't work.
Yay, Zoom.
It might be because I'm on my school email right now, but I don't know.
All right, well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful week of Inspiration Points, where 3 people are here and 1 person is
In hell.
taking a nice vacation to Boca.
Wrangling children somewhere.
Like I said,
In hell.
in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not the DM, and these are my players.
I guess I'll start.
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. I'm Dylan. I play Ruby, the druid monk, and we're not going to dwell on our friend getting sucked into hell.
Brilliant, brilliant. I'm Felix. I play Kiva. The knife.
Hey everyone, I'm Leah. I play Stenna, half-elf necromancer wizard, who has still not summoned bones in combat, and is glad that this time she's not in the throat of a monstrous being.
You actually
Not
have
yet.
summoned bones in combat, you just haven't used them.
That is true. I have summoned bones. I have not utilized said bones.
You summoned them and then you just spent like the entire
You were
combat
just spent your whole
looking
turn
at
looking at him.
Just admiring the creation that I had made.
And I am the frog on the log with a hole in the bottom of the sea. And
So if you're not the DM, then who's driving the train?
yeah, no, this I'm here to tell you that this session is now anarchy. Bye. No.
Time to go murder hobo.
Woohoo! Kill everyone. All right. So, you are all in a large open field. In front of you, if you remember, is an expansive forest. I have a rough picture of it to send you later when you actually have some kind of map. Anna, who unfortunately took a single step into the tree line, fell through the very floor of the forest itself, disappearing beneath the grass without so much as a cut-off scream. As soon as they disappeared, rustling could be heard, and small, hunched-over forms could be seen coming out of the tree line.
I do not like that.
They haven't quite come into view yet, and you each have a little bit of time before they do, if you would like to do anything with that.
Can I roll perception to see what the hell those are?
Sure thing.
I'd also like to send Flilber at them to see if they're aggressive or what they look like up close.
I'm going to activate my arms.
Okay, so, Ruby, your arms flare. Any particular element of activation for your arms?
Probably not fire, because we're in a forest.
All right. Your arms spring to life, taking heed of your wish for not fire. And as such, one arm, as it comes into life through celestial energy, seems to, for a moment, stiffen, harden, and crack as it gains the same properties as stone. And it
Ooh.
feels as if this could truly hit something really hard. Really
This
hard.
one's new.
The other arm seems to come out much more liquidly. It seems to take its shape almost as if the moisture of the air condensed into the shape of another arm around it and then turned into another individual hand with enough force to do things and work as a hand. So strange, but water works as water works.
Toph
So,
and Katara.
so the first time I rolled, it hit something and landed on a 1. The second time I rolled, it did not hit anything and it still landed on a 1.
All right. So, as far as you can tell, it could be fucking Oompa Loompas. Who knows? Flilber goes forward and sees what appears to be a small, tannish, more close to orange, like almost the color of a spray-on tan. Like, that kind of, like, tannish orange.
Are they
Are we
Oompa
fighting Oompa
Loompas?
Loompas?
You're not fighting Oompa Loompas. Okay, yes, we're fighting Oompa Loompas.
Excellent.
I'm gonna bite the nearest tree to me.
It's chocolate! The sound of metal drags on the ground as you hear
I don't
armor
know how
clinking
far
in the
away these
distance.
things are.
Clearly, Anna.
Loompa.
Clearly, Anna just fell through like the squirrel like thing.
Anna
Yeah.
got sucked into the chocolate tube.
Yeah.
Augustus Gloop.
I don't know how far away they are, but when I activate my arms, I also have the visage of the astral self, which means that I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet.
Awesome. Okay, so then it's far away, but you can see that they are also this color. And Flilber, so to give more details, but you are also seeing this ruby. As you get closer, you see that these squat figures have eyes, like monocolored eyes, either some being white, some being black. They're almost like marbles, sunken deep into their face. Their nose appears to be long but flat against their mouth and like almost deflated, like it's just a strange flap of skin hanging down past their chin. They have a toothy and wicked grin, and on their head, and on each one of their heads seems to be some form of makeshift hat or helmet painted red.
How large are they?
They are not large at all. They are very short creatures.
So we're fighting Oompa Loompas.
Like,
Battle worn Oompa Loompas.
think
Battle
more
damaged
eyes.
Oompa Loompa.
think more crackhead Oompa Loompas.
I'm just gonna yell, "Hey, we don't have to fight. I'm giving you a chance."
Upon hearing you call out, all of them instantly turn their eyes to the party as if they've now noticed you. And you hear what you think could be the sound of laughter, but it's just springing up from all over the forest. It's like and it's just starting to echo all around the forest as they all seem to start drawing these wicked-looking, self-fashioned knives or blades.
I'm gonna hide.
And begin to run forward. As they do, you notice a strange, like, crimson substance start to leak out of all of their hats. First, is there anyone versed in either so, I'll give all three of you actually have a chance to figure out what these are.
I would like to say real quick that
I know-
Ruby is beaming, fighting these nightmare monsters in their comfort zone. This is where they know. Where they know how to be. This is like
All right.
happier than they've been in a while.
So, Kiva, you can make a history check. Stenna, you can make an arcana check. And Ruby, you can make either an insight or an arcana check.
Oh, insight for sure.
22.
Well, that's a nat 1, so no.
$13 on Arcana.
All right, so
just
Stenna,
too
as far as
excited.
you can tell, these creatures have a similar energy as other creatures from Fairy
Of course.
and from the Feywild. Kiva, you don't. I mean, at first glance, you have no idea what these are. Like, what the hell, skin flap nose, Jesus fuck. But then you remember reading something about red caps, a type of fey spirit that seems to be more akin to a gnome or a goblin than a fairy, but still fey, that is used in the fairy world as a mercenary group, specifically hitmen, murder. They paint their hats with the blood of their victims. It's like a signifier of mission complete. Well done. Yeah,
Shitty golem.
something like that. I was thinking more. One sec.
Like this one?
Mance looks like the Lorax.
This, but with a flat nose.
It's not focusing.
Is that a
It's not
Nope.
focusing.
nope?
Just look up murderous redcap.
Oh, gross. Like a squirt little guy.
Yeah, it's just a squat little guy, but with a flat nose instead of a big nose.
Excellent. Kiva will have no moral issues murdering all of these guys.
Yeah, roll for initiative, everyone.
This one better be better than a 1.
9.
6.
15.
Okay. The goblins, the red caps, are going to roll initiative, and they're going to roll. Okay. So it's going to be a red cap going first, and there appears to be 5 of them. 3 with some kind of wicked makeshift dagger. 2 appear to have some kind of slingshot. So, the first red cap, and I don't have a map for this because it's very close combat and you don't need a map. You will need a map later. Don't worry. So the first red cap is going to go and rush at Ruby. He is going to lunge forward and take 2 stabs at you.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is going to be a 8 to hit, which I assume misses.
Correct.
And the second one is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
My AC is 17.
Okay, so the first dagger strike comes out and you nimbly dodge to the side, but without realizing it, this tiny creature is wickedly fast, and it's almost as if you dodge into the second dagger blade. That it's waiting for you. So you feel the cold steel enter your side, and you take 7 points of piercing damage.
The way you said that makes me think more is coming.
Yeah, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as you feel something begin to surge through your veins.
Oh, that's a, let's see, dirty 20.
Okay, so there's a moment where you feel as if, where you suddenly, your nose is filled with the scent of burning. Your eyes begin to blur. Your ears begin to ring. You can feel your hands begin to sweat and tingle as if they're going numb. And you focus very hard, and suddenly your vision returns. Your breathing returns. And
You
there's
keep trying to poison me, and it never works.
one day it's gonna work. And there's a moment of pain before you shrug it off, ending up only taking 10 points of poison damage.
Oof.
And you have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Okay. Good thing I get to make 1,000,000 of those.
Yeah. Okay. After that, it is going to be the second red cap's turn, and this one is going to whirl around its slingshot and is going to throw it. He's going to try and throw it to hit the proximity of all three of you. However, Kiva, as you dashed off to run off in a corner, it will only be for Ruby and Stenna. This red cap is going to hurl something. It is going to go high in the air. And then you're going to hear a small as it comes back, screaming down at the ground. And I need both of you now.
Actually, I'm gonna deflect missiles.
Okay, you know what? I'll let you do this. This is gonna be cool. I'll let you try this.
I spend a key point.
However,
and
for
then-
this, Ruby, I need you to make a dexterity check before.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Stenna is just frantically running behind Ruby, hoping the arms will protect her.
is it dexterity or acrobatics?
Dex.
Cool. 16. That's another dirty 20.
Just barely made it. Okay.
Okay, so then I roll one. Normally, the way this works is I roll a d10 plus 10, and if I reduce the damage to 0, I can throw it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even need to spend a key point to catch it.
No.
I just need to spend a key point if I throw it back.
Yeah, you can do deflect missile as your reaction.
Please stop phrasing it that way.
Freezing what?
Thought we've been over this.
Throw it
Ruby
back.
cannot throw it back.
Oh yeah,
Ruby can throw it back if Ruby spends key points. Apparently.
That's I got.
It's in their
reduced
martial
the
way.
damage by 18.
All right. So, here's what happens. Ruby, you reach out to catch the missile. And as you have a lot of fucking training, you realize the second that this object comes into contact with your skin, that it's not actually a projectile and it's something extremely delicate. So you shift your grip to try and catch it as lightly as possible so it doesn't erupt in your hands, before throwing it back at the two goblins the two red caps who are standing at a range, impacting one of them. And when it does, you see a green cloud explode out, consuming both the red caps, before the wind eventually pushes it away, and you see them coughing and hacking and spluttering.
Hell yeah.
And with that, Ruby, it's your turn.
Cool. I am going to bonus action healing word myself,
Okay.
which is uh, 7 hit points back to me, and then I'm going to attack this guy that stabbed me twice.
That makes sense. The first one's at disadvantage.
Yeah. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Did you
Wait,
just
I
did
can't.
you just roll 220s?
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, you
yeah.
you got a Pathfinder crit. Good job.
I. Jesus Christ!
Take a picture. Golden snitch. And then execute this goblin.
Yeah. Damn. I don't even know what to do. Okay.
I need to start just designing combat encounters centered specifically around snurfing Ruby. She's like, oh my god, suddenly 2 anti-monk patrols show up. How did that happen?
Okay. So that certainly hits. That's gonna. Let's see. 2d8. With that first attack, that's 29 damage to the goblin. Oh no, I didn't roll my my elemental bonus. That's 35 damage to the goblin.
Okay, so you erupt in a furious combo of blows. And it seems like there's a moment where this red cap was anticipating your attack, but not nearly this furiously. And your first few hits against it feel as if they're not making proper impact. But then one of your punches seems to catch just the edge of its jaw. And once that happens, the creature just kind of stops moving for a second as it's completely stunned. Seeing your opportunity, you furiously lay into it with all 4 of your arms. And when you're done, there is nothing in front of you but a pile of broken bones and a single red hat.
Okay. Damn. Sure. And I get another attack now. I guess I'll take my movement and go towards one of the other ones.
One of the dagger ones or one of the slingshot goblin red
One
cap?
of the slingshot ones. I
Okay.
don't want to fuck with that gas anymore.
You can make it in the range of one of them.
Cool. But I'm gonna make my second attack on that one. That is going to be 14 to hit.
That does just barely hit.
Sick. That is 12 damage.
Okay. So you unleash your fury upon yet another goblin. However, this time, it feels like while you do definitely deal damage and you see the impacts of your hits working on this goblin, some blood is starting to come out of its mouth. On this red cap, you feel like not nearly as much damage was taken by this creature as you thought should have been.
Mm.
It seemed to be really adept at whenever you hit it, it seems to roll with the momentum of your punch to avoid any kind of serious damage.
Can we keep one of these guys alive for questioning, and then we can kill him?
Yeah, that's fine.
After Ruby's turn, it is going to be another one of the red cap's turn. And this one, Kiva, is going to look, it's a ways away still. It's around closer to where Stenna and Ruby is, and it's going to see you and it's going to go and then the laugh is cut off as it seems to vanish into a puff of mist. Is suddenly much louder in your ear as right next to you a dagger in the dark comes out as the goblin finishes casting Misty Step.
Nice.
Oh my mo.
Nani?
Nani? Okay, and that is going to be 2 dagger attacks against you, Kiva. The first one is going to be a 1. The second one is going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so this is going to deal 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 13.
Okay, so now the fun begins. Kiva, you notice so after the creature stabs you, you see that he jumps away a distance. Almost like 20 feet. It's kind of insane. He's now much closer to Stenna than he is to you. After he jumps away, you look down to where he stabbed, and you notice that the veins on the stab wound are a blackish color, and it's spreading fast. And you go, oh, fuck. And then you take 20 points of poison damage. And
Shit.
rolling D5 to see which one of your 5 senses you lose.
It's fucking sense of taste.
Well, then you'll be immune to bread curses.
The world goes silent around you as a ringing fills your ears. Seemingly for now, you cannot hear. After that, Kiva, it's gonna be your turn.
Great. Okay. So I'm going to throw 2 daggers at this guy. One of them is going to be my keen dagger, and I'm also going to use the poison thing.
Okay.
Um, $17 to hit on the first one, and 10 on the second.
The first one hits. Roll damage. And that's your poisoned keen dagger? Okay.
Okay, so that is 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, that would not count as a sneak attack, would it? He's pretty close to Stenna, isn't he?
No, I don't think it would.
All right.
So okay. So 5 damage. Got it. And then the poison? Was that with the poison?
That was not with the poison. What do I roll for the poison again?
Poison is So it's I need to make a Constitution save, and it's a Constitution save of 14, I believe. And if I don't make it, it's 1d10. If I do, it's half. I do not make it, so 1d10.
Four.
Okay, so that is 9 damage total. Okay, so you're you throw your first dagger, and the goblin or the red cap seems to dodge out of the way nimbly. But as you do, you pull out your keen dagger, and you seem to draw it back. And just because I don't know, you're a fucking rebel without a cause, I guess. You do this single fluid motion where you draw the blade across your neck just enough so it doesn't cut you, but enough so that the poison coats the blade. As it comes across your neck, you fling it out, and it rolls head over head until firmly slamming itself into the goblin's shoulder as the creature lets out a scream as you see this smoke almost seem to billow from the wound.
Get fucked.
As Kiva cannot currently hear, you hear, "Get fucked!" Because there's no audio control. With that, it is going to be the next guy with a slingshot's turn, and that bitch is going to look at Ruby and be like, no. And he is going to, as well, one sec. I need to see if this goes off. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. You see the small creature look up at you, Ruby, in a panic. It has stopped. It's the laughter is still going, but it seems much softer now and more nervous. It's like
I told you I told you not to fight us, and you didn't listen.
The creature seems to glance back at the forest, almost looking to either like go back to camp or go back to wherever it came from. You see it grab up to reach the skin flap that you assume to be its nose and pull really hard. There is a strange, almost popping sound, like a as the attached piece comes off, and out sprays something not quite blood, since it's not actually a liquid, but it's more of a mist that appears. This red mist in a cloud around the creature to obscure your vision of it, and you can hear it running off back into the woods.
Can I try and make a opportunity attack?
It's not within your attack range.
Oh, okay.
This is
so
this
it's
is
not
the
the one
this
I
is
was
the
just
yeah.
punching.
This is not the one
Okay.
that you're just punching is in front of you still,
Yeah,
and not
cool.
looking back at its friend like, what the actual ever loving fuck.
I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, like holy shit, we're squids. Yeah. So he just
Sick.
sprayed ink and ran. And finally, it is going to be, or not finally. There's one more dagger goblin, but now it is going to be Stenna's turn.
Okay, so there's two more left in
There
front
is
of
one.
us.
There's one with a dagger and one with a slingshot.
I'd like.
Sorry, 2 with dagger, 1 with slingshot. 3 alive.
I'll be right back.
I think I'd want to try hitting the slingshot one with chromatic orb. In order to disable it from maybe questioning, I'd like to also attack it with ice or cold damage.
Okay.
That's a 16.
That hits.
Casting it at second level, 48. Also 16 damage.
Okay, so you take out you open your hand and take out the crystal that is required to cast chromatic orb, and you begin to cast the spell. Launching it forward, you then have a thought in your mind going, huh, I'm a lot stronger than I used to be, aren't I? I forgot to control my output, didn't I? And with that thought, you notice the chromatic orb, the icy sphere that is twisting towards this final goblin with a
Wait, final goblin?
or not final, the final slingshot goblin.
Mm.
You see that that is changed from small sphere of cold to a large, sharp icicle that cuts through the air and impales the goblin through its chest.
Stenna just puts her hands in her hips and goes, huh, that was more than I intended.
You super
Imagine what you
overkill.
could do with bones, your specialty.
Nah.
It is now the dagger goblin who has yet to go and yet to actually be hurt's turn. And this one is the one closest to Stenna, so it is going to try and make 2 dagger attacks against you, Stenna. And the first is a 14 to hit, and the second is a 11 to hit.
First one hits.
All right. That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
The 9.
All right. So you take 20 points of poison damage as the wound festers, and as you do, your world goes dark as you can no longer see.
Fantastic.
With that, Ruby, it's your turn.
I'm going to.
There is a red cap that is completely uninjured that just stabbed Stenna, and there is one that is pretty injured that jumped away from Kiva. That is also close to Stenna.
Cool.
Stenna's in an unfortunate situation right now.
Cool. I guess I can do that later. I was gonna do something cool, but I think that the thing that really needs to happen right now is for me to kill these goblins. I'm gonna go attack the first one, or I'm gonna attack whatever one is closest to me, and then I'm gonna run and attack the one near Stenna, or whatever. I don't know where they are. Yeah, that's a 19 plus 8. That's gonna hit.
That hits.
On the first one, and that is 12 damage.
Okay. Was this the injured one or the uninjured one?
Injured one first.
Okay, so running up to the injured one, you swiftly punch without really thinking about it. You're like, okay, here's the first, and you land a blow on the back of its neck, and you hear a crunching sound as the creature just falls over limp.
Okay.
He had exactly 12 HP.
Don't forget to keep the last one alive.
Yeah, that's fine.
Only temporarily, though.
All right, so
I still have another attack.
Okay, go for it.
17 to hit.
17 also hits, yes.
Cool. $14 damage. And this is non-lethal. for
Okay.
This last one.
So you 14 damage. Again, the creature seems to roll with the punches and take less damage than intended, but the hits do land. So with that, it is going to be Kiva's turn.
I'm gonna bonus action healing word Kiva,
Thanks.
which is I rolled a 2, so it's only, let's see, 5.
Well, I'm above half health now. I want to see if I can still hear the ring of whispers.
Okay. So listening to the ring, you hear disgraced from glory. Once a seat lost.
I'm sorry, you said Fallen Kingdom, and I immediately just went, ah, yes, Minecraft music.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes, Captain Sparkles.
Voxel blocks. Punch a tree.
All right, I'm gonna stop listening to it. The intro to Viva La Vida just starts playing.
I you also
Other than I don't really have anything that I want to do.
okay.
I mean, you could run up and knock out this goblin.
The other thing you hear, Kiva, as you listen,
Uh-huh.
is just in the background you hear one whisper going, fall, fall, fall,
Yeah, okay. Cool. I guess I'll go and do non-lethal attack
fall. Okay,
damage
Do
on
it.
that guy.
smack him. Run up and give him a smack. And also, Kiva, you're completely pondering how you can hear all of this when you can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a 15 base.
That does just barely hit.
Uh 7 damage.
Okay. The creature seems to be panting heavily now as it is looking around, looking for a chance to escape, but it is still standing. With that, Stenna, it's your go.
So if I try to look through Flilber, does that give me vision, or is that also, am I also blind through Flilber?
No, you can see through Flilber.
I'm gonna put him on my shoulder, or I guess
Okay.
top of my head. Uh, so there's
He's
just
your
a small
seeing
octopus.
eye octopus.
Yeah, it's just sitting there clinging to my hair. And then I'd also like to cast False Life because I have very small amounts of HP.
Okay. I like the thought here.
I've seen a few actual play shows use that, and it's always good.
It's awesome.
So I'm going to gain 15 temporary HP.
Okay. It is going to be the goblin's turn, and it is going to. You see it reach up to its nose and try and yank it off, but for some reason it seems to be not coming off easy. It's like, and then seeing as its escape plan is blown, it is going to lunge and try and attack. You, Skiva.
Skiva.
Skiva. Alright, so the first attack misses, and the second attack I rolled 2 4s. Ruby, go ahead. Pound this thing into next year.
Do I even need to? Can I just pick it up by the scruff of its neck?
Alright, we'll just say, yeah, you know what? You knocked this thing out.
I'm also, I guess there's not really much point in me doing it now. I don't have enough spell slots for it to be useful. I was going to go into the starry form of the chalice so I could do a bunch of extra healing, but I've only got 1 spell slot left, so.
Yeah, so.
I have a healing potion anyways. I'm good.
Combat is over. There is 1 unconscious red cap and 3 dead ones.
Cool.
I am assuming this whole time that because these things are Fae and because they are mercenaries and hitmen, that they were sent by Lord Brantelbaum.
We're inside the artificer's place. I don't know if there's necessarily any rhyme or reason to this.
Yes, but we should still ask them. Who do you work for? I can't do that though, because I can't hear.
I can, and I've got my big scary mask on, so.
Alright, do you speak fairy or fae?
I speak Sylvan. Which
Red Cap
is.
Speak Sylvan? 1 sec, I need to see if Red
Sylvan
Cap...
is the Fae language in this.
Yes, but I still need to see if Red Cap specifically speaks Sylvan.
Yeah. I get advantage on intimidation checks while I have this big scary mask on.
What do red caps speak? Just like in
no,
general.
okay, they do know Sylvan. Good.
Cool. I'm just gonna pick him up and just Batman shout, "Who do you work for?"
It seems scared, but so far does not speak.
Do I get to roll intimidation?
Sure, you can roll intimidation.
Stenna pokes it with her staff. She stumbles around with Flubber on her head.
That's an 18.
Wait, Stenna has the white cane too. Legally, she's blind.
I don't think I don't think having a white cane makes you legally blind.
No, but it's funny.
All right, so this thing is terrified, and as you ask again, it goes, King, intruders in our woods. One to see, one to find. Do not kill.
Whatever their king is sent them and wanted them to bring us to it.
Well, I mean, shit. They could have just asked.
I kind of want to go.
We needed food.
Oh, maybe not. Is there anywhere that, like, basically, does it look like there's like a path for us to follow, or are we, because before we were in a tunnel and it was kind of directional.
There seemed that there are some hints of pathing. Some of them could be deer paths, some of them could be main paths, some of them could be fake trails. It kind of sucks that the one person who had an extreme amount of experience in the outdoors in the woods is not here, but there are paths, yeah.
I mean, I am a druid who lived in the forest for a few years, so
You became a druid like 6 months ago.
yeah, I know, but I was living in the forest for a long time.
Less
before that.
than 6 months
Yeah,
ago.
like
It
2
Yeah,
was
weeks
so
like
it was
ago.
like
2
a
weeks.
couple months, but
I'm a druid. You've been a druid for 2 weeks. Shut up.
yeah, but
I feel
it's
one
been
with nature.
established. It's been established that I spent a long time in the woods.
It's true. It's true. It's true. All right. But
yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna. Can I just like hang him on like a tree branch?
sure.
Not
yeah.
like kill him, just like put his shirt, like
Yep.
hook him up there,
Yeah,
so he's stuck.
He's doing the thing where he's like kicking his legs and arms, but he can't go anywhere.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm gonna go and try and steal some of those gas bombs from the bodies.
Okay. So, are you going to be the only one searching the bodies, Ruby, or are other people going to loot too?
That's up to them.
I will
don't know.
also search.
All right. Whoever is searching, make an investigation check.
19.
19 plus 4, I think.
Okay. Ruby, you find 2 of those gas bombs. They seem to be some kind of like plant. Like bulb from a plant or something.
Are they an official D&D item? Or
They
is
are
this-
not. No.
Okay. So I'll just put them in the
They
box then.
if it's you throw them in a 10-foot radius upon impact, those inside need to make a Constitution saving throw of like 13, and if they pass, they get disadvantage on all rolls for the next turn. If they fail, then they are stunned, and they're stunned for a round, and what is it? Disadvantage on attack rolls for until they save. And this save is always a DC 13.
Cool.
Otherwise, you find 3 strange-looking plants you haven't seen before and don't know the effects of if consumed. But they are plants. They could be dandelions for all you know, but there you go.
Can I walk up to the guy on the tree and say, "What do these do?
You can.
What do these do?"
He isn't answering.
Okay.
I just realized that because
Can
I'm
I try and feed one to him?
You can, sure.
I just want to see what his reaction is
All right,
when I
so-
try and feed
so-
him. I don't actually want to feed him.
Sure. So there's one that looks that is like yellow, black, and purple, and is like a long root that ends in kind of like a mushroom cap, but the whole stem is a root. There's one that is like green and brown and seems to look like a tiny watermelon. Like the size of a marble watermelon. And there's one that is a strange silver color. And it looks as it looks like looks basically like a silver banana.
A lot of phallic objects.
If
A
you
root
wish,
with a mushroom cap?
if you want to make that connection, go for
A root with a mushroom cap?
Listen, Freud hit me hard apparently, okay?
I'm gonna try and feed him the weird banana.
Okay. He struggles against being force-fed, but it doesn't look like he's fighting for his life.
Okay, cool. Then I'll take it away and I don't know, it's probably just food.
Okay.
I can detect magic on him later or whatever.
Kiva, you find what appears to be a rolled up map, which I will now put in the Discord.
Hell yeah.
It'll be in campaign materials.
What's bitty?
Fucking if you know, they wrote it.
I'm assuming it's bitey.
Red Caps wrote it.
It looks like bitty, like itty
Well,
bitty.
yeah,
I
but
did.
like
I did not spell
it's
it correctly on
misspelled,
purpose.
Yeah, I think it's probably
This is-
something that bites.
This is both a bad handwriting and a rough translation because it
So
had to be.
does it show
translated.
where we are?
You assume you are in the fields.
Okay.
As well, Kiva, you find what appears to be
This feels like Legend of Zelda.
a extremely ornately wrapped scroll with the seal of the artificer stamped on it.
Oh.
Can I like roll investigation? Because
Sure.
I don't want to open it without making sure that it's safe
Sure.
first.
Yeah.
I could ritual cast detect magic if you want. That would also let us
that
figure
was
out
that was a
maybe
nat
these
20. Yeah.
As far as you can tell, it's just a really nicely rolled piece of parchment. It does not seem to be trapped in any way.
Okay, I'm going to carefully open it.
Okay. And inside, in a flowing text, is written, first, to those taking the challenge. 3 days pass, 3 beasts lay still, through twist of fate, bone, and skill. Do make haste, do not delay, or when you come out, time will be a change in day.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat that? I need to write this down.
3 days pass, 3 beasts
Pass or past?
pass. 3 days
Okay.
pass, 3 beasts lay still. Through twist of fate, bone, and skill.
Okay.
Do not make do make haste. Do not delay. Or when you come out, 'twill be a change in day.
Okay. So I'm thinking that means that we got to kill 3 beasts in 3 days. One relates to fate, one relates to bone, and one relates to skill. And we got to do it fast. Like we got to do it within those 3 days.
Sounds like it. Or else some weird time dilation's gonna happen.
All right. Maybe fate, bone, and maybe it's in that order for a reason, trying to give us a hint as to what we should do. But I don't know. Can I make like an insight check on it or something?
Sure. What are you trying to glean?
The meaning?
Okay. Sure, go for it.
That circle on the map, does that say hidden? I can't.
It does, yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
14.
So, yeah. As far as you can guess, it seems pretty clear that you gotta hunt 3 different things within 3 days.
Okay.
You assume either that twist of fate, bone, and skill is referring to the 3 different beasts or to you 3.
Oh. Interesting.
If this is a ploy to get Stenna to use bones in combat, you're dead wrong.
Please do it. Please just use your abilities.
if pressed, Stenna will use bones offensively.
We're gonna hit level 20, and we're still not gonna see a single skeleton in combat.
Can I how tall are these trees?
Like 30 feet up.
Okay, so climbing it. I'm not gonna get a better lay of the land by climbing one.
Not really.
Okay. Where do
I
y'all
could-
think we should go?
I could transform Flilber into a raven or something to have him fly up.
Yeah, I also realized that we do have a map, so we kind of need to. So we don't necessarily need to see.
That's true.
Where do you think we should go? So if we're in the fields, then should we go towards that meat stick or whatever that hidden is?
I think we should go either to the hidden or the other circle, the one with the question mark, the one that's farther north.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, I still can't actually hear, can I? I
Uh,
mean, obviously I can communicate through the mind link, but
So make a Constitution saving throw.
Could we short rest? Is that
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
I
assuming
guess-
right now this counts as a short rest.
Okay, cool.
13.
So yeah, after about 30 minutes pass, you feel the ringing stop and your hearing come back. Stenna, if you want to make the same Constitution saving throw, you can.
Well, that was a 7.
So no, you're still blind.
I'm also deaf, I realize, because if I look through Flilber, I can't hear anything.
Yes.
Well, I could. Well, okay. So you got Flilber. That's fine. You don't. You're basically not blind. You are still deaf, but I don't know if there's much. I can't do anything about that. I don't have lesser restoration or anything.
Just screech at me through the mind link if something happens.
Oh yeah, we can mind link. It doesn't matter. It's just for perception checks. Okay, so let's go. I think we should go to the hidden. That sounds cool.
Works for me.
Okay, so heading off towards a unestablished trail towards the circle that says hidden. I need one person to decide who is taking the lead and forging a trail through the woods.
I think because I'm the only one that is not impaired in some way, it should be me.
All right, then, Ruby, I need you to make me a nature check.
Okay, cool. That's another nat 20.
All right, Golden Snitch, you feel the direction in your heart of hearts, and you know that unequivocally you are correct, that nothing can stop you, and you march straight ahead, plowing a path forward directly towards a small clearing that when you reach appears to be completely empty, save for a single small flower in the center of the clearing.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
Can I detect magic?
Yes.
Nat 20. This session, we are either rolling 1s or 20s.
Sure. Okay.
I rolled a 1 and then I rolled 3 nat 20s.
All right. So, Kiva. At first you notice nothing at all, but you know that when things look the most normal is when you need to check the hardest. So you lay to the ground and you look parallel with your face parallel to the ground, and that's when you notice that starting about maybe 5 feet into the clearing, maybe 8 feet into the clearing, in a circle, all the way around. The ground appears to be ever so slightly rising and falling.
Can I toss like a stick or something in there?
A stick? Sure.
Does anything happen?
So a stick, you toss a stick and nothing happens.
What about a rock?
You toss a rock and nothing happens.
Does anyone want to roll like Arcana or something?
I real quick. Blink foxes are fey creatures. Is Sapphire doing? Is Sapphire? How's Sapphire doing?
Sapphire seems fine.
Okay.
Excited, but not in distress for any reason.
Cool.
Do I pick up anything from detect magic?
So you do not detect anything, I mean, other than the natural magic of fairy. You don't detect any specific spells cast or anything, no.
Can
Can
I roll
I-
like a nature check to see if I?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I
15.
try and figure out this thing if this is a thing? Can I try to figure out its intentions with animal handling?
Sure. So, after talking with Kiva for a little bit and gathering what they have seen, you surmise, as you know, nothing makes sense in the fairy world. The only thing that would make sense is, I mean, in reality, you've heard of certain creatures, have certain hunting styles where they lie in wait for the warmth of a prey to be on top of them before springing a certain trap of some kind.
Fireball it.
Mike?
It's a
Oh, sorry.
What's your animal handling roll?
15.
It's hungry.
What happens? Can I cast Druidcraft and make a second flower grow near that other one?
Sure.
What does that do?
You see you paying attention, you see the breathing on the ground quicken and then go back to normal.
Can we just like stab this thing?
We
I
can,
mean-
but I don't want to kill it if it's not something that we need to like.
But it's clearly like one of the beasts, right?
Well, is
Like,
it? I don't know. There's a lot more map to go through.
I mean, it's a big old animal.
I guess. What happens if we send Flilber over there?
Stenna will.
Although that is your eyes, so it's a little more high stakes than normal.
Yeah. Stenna will let Flilber like approach and like ever enclosing circles around the flower, and then
What if I run back and get the goblin?
just yeet it at the flower.
You could.
I'm not. I don't think we should do that. We're also on a time limit, so that's probably not the best idea.
All right, so Flilber gets closer and closer to the flower, and as he gets close, I need him to make a Dex saving throw.
$15.
All right, as he gets close, he manages to pull up as the ground around the flower crumbles away and a large frog-like mouth snaps shut. You see this creature that is a huge its mouth is massive. It's like 80% mouth, and then it has this tiny body, spindly arms and legs. The mouth seems to almost launch it in the air as it snaps shut just under Flilber's legs. And as it's about to fall back into the hole it seems to have made for itself, the creature, now that you see it, seems to have a almost disproportionately like large amphibious mouth that slams shut like a trap when sprung. The body, however, seems almost just hanging there, weak, spindly, short arms and legs. However, Kiva, you catch sight that underneath this creature, the glint of gold, the shine of steel, the beckon of the hum of magical items, something's under there. And as you catch that glint, the creature lands back into place. Its mouth opens back up, and the ground around it seems to grow back, almost as if the creature is resupplying dirt.
Okay,
Hmm.
so
It has a horde.
I want to try to step on the trap to make it spring, but just like barely, and then like acrobat, like flip my way down underneath before it gets,
Will it
unsprings.
squish you though? Will it squish you when it goes back down?
I mean, the fact it has a very small body, and also the fact that there is stuff underneath, I think it's probably okay.
Well,
Could
but
we-
like, does it sit directly on top of the stuff? Is what I like. Because if it sits on top of the swords and you're there, that's not going to be great for your life.
I'll
Could
poke its
we-
butt with
yeah.
the sword. It's fine.
Could we throw maybe a food item at it and then have someone either try and punch or stab it while it's in the air?
I could throw Kiva on top of it.
That
And
is a
they could
bad
sneak
idea,
attack.
actually.
No, but you could sneak attack before it jumps up, like stab it in the head, and then we can just like fuck it up.
What?
I throw you on top of it.
Uh-huh.
You sneak it. You get your extra sneak attack bonus damage because it's not gonna expect you to come flying out of the air with a knife. And then you stab it, and it jumps up, and now you're on its back, so you can
No,
keep
now I'm
stabbing
in
it.
its mouth.
No,
It's
Text-
the whole
you can
thing
get
is
there.
its mouth.
You can figure it out.
I
mean,
trust you
could
to figure it
you
out.
could like Drax it. You could be inside and cut your way out.
I don't want to be digested, thank you very much.
That's what your knives are for. Okay.
What if we used Kiva's flask maybe to make some kind of acid or some corrosive thing that would irritate it?
Oh, I could
and then
chuck
throw it
these
at it?
gas bombs down there.
Yeah, I've like, stunned it for a while.
That's
Whatever we
actually-
do,
that's
I am
pretty good.
just getting ready to fucking yeet myself down underneath.
I mean, yeah, I can just toss one of these gas bombs into its mouth, and then we can fuck it up. That sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I
do it.
also
I'm
think
just gonna
it's
chuck one.
very, very funny that you were like, maybe we shouldn't try and kill this thing. And then as soon as Will said there was treasure, you were like, never mind.
Well,
let's
it's because
fuck it up."
Will clearly wants us to fight it.
I said nothing
like-
about fighting it.
I know. You
All
don't
right.
have to say anything. I
All
know
right.
you want us to.
All right, so you throw the gas bomb, and it explodes. Does it affect the creature? Let me see. Yeah, so you see the creature's mouth slowly close as this groan almost escapes it. And then it just kind of flops over.
Sick. Let's go.
Excellent. I'm going to look down at the treasure, but I'm also going to be careful because it has occurred to me that this could also be a trap. So
It could be a monster with a monster in its mouth.
exactly.
Looking down, you see, um, most of it is, at a second glance, actually just kind of, useless shit. It's like silverware and random, like, shiny tchotchkes and rusted daggers. But some of it's not crap. What catches your eye, Kiva, in particular, is there appears to be a sword that looks like it had just come perfectly out of the forge, cleaned, polished, oiled, good as new. Even among a pile of rusted blades, there seems to be one that is untouched for some reason or another. You see what appears to be a set of manacles, like you'd see in a prison, but the way they're crafted seems to be like they've been repurposed to almost be a piece of armor or equipment of some kind. They appear to be shiny, polished, and brand new. And thirdly, you see a shelf filled with various potions of different colors. None of them labeled, all of them thrown together randomly, but some of them are sure to have some interesting effects.
I'ma grab the sword.
Okay.
I thought it was like in like a pit kind of thing.
It is, yes.
So does it look like this thing's gonna move at all? Or
The creature is currently on its side, and since it has fallen on its side, you see its tiny body flailing around trying to upright itself, but like it's like a turtle on its back.
okay, because I have this fancy tattoo that lets me step of the wind for free, so I could run down there, grab all the shit, and come out.
You can do that easy.
Real quick. So in case it is a trap, I'm also very fast.
Yeah, I mean, all three are retrieved. You have a rack of random potions. You have no idea what any of them do. You have
just like hoovering them up into the ring, just running by, just.
You have the manacles, and Kiva, you have the sword.
Love swords.
Stenna's standing very far away from this animal, Filbur back on her head, just like, I still can't hear anything. I'm having trouble seeing things. I'll just let them take care of this one.
Stenna, at this point, your vision has come back.
Oh, good. I can both hear and see again.
Okay, so you have achieved the three things.
Can't you hear and see through Filbur?
I think it's just vision, at least according to the Find Familiar that I'm looking at.
I don't know if octopuses can hear.
They have to. I think they can. I think they've got like lizard holes.
Ah, okay.
Where their ears should be.
Gotcha. Anyway, you now have 3 new objects.
Well, like 15 new objects because it was a shelf full of them.
Yeah, okay, but you know, yeah.
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 I guess I really like on my last spell slot, so I can't really.
I feel like Stenna should get like the armor manacles thing.
Oh yeah.
Little less squishy.
Unless they're like attack based, but I don't think so.
No. So we'll say you take the time to rest and examine these. Ritual cast detect magic, because I'm sure that's what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
The potions still unidentifiable. That is gonna have to either be you're gonna need to find someone very well versed in potions, or you're going to need to take a random guess at either throwing them at things or drinking them yourself. and seeing
Or
what
someone with
happens.
the identify spell.
Yes. As for the manacles, you see that when worn in a pair, they allow the user to once per day cast the shield spell.
Ooh.
And the shield spell, which is a spell which on reaction grants you +5 AC. So you can react to any attack against you.
I don't know if Stenna knows that spell, but
I do not have shield.
Okay, cool.
It
Then
lets
take-
and it lets you use it without consuming a spell slot. So
yeah.
the sword appears to be what is a silver blade. So it is imbued with all the properties of silver.
If
When-
this is the cave of Elkanath, I'm gonna be so. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not. What?
I know, but
So it has all the properties of silver. Werewolves hate it. All that good shit. It is as well treated as a +1 sword. And lastly, if it is the night time and the moon is out, when you are using this blade, you can once per combat make an attack at 120-foot range.
chuck it. That's cool. That's got to be a guaranteed sneak attack.
Repeat that, please.
So during the nighttime, if the moon is out, so basically the night, if it's not not a new moon, once per combat, you can make your melee attack at a range of 120 feet. It's okay, T-Pain, I never know the days of the week.
And it's like for attack, it's just like a sword.
It is
Plus-
+1 sword. But it's short enough that you can use it for sneak attack too.
So,
Excellent.
do we think that this is a creature? Is one of the beasts that we need to kill? I don't.
You have no way of knowing that as of right now. There is
I was more asking the party, but
so as far as you can tell, when it was defeated, there was nothing that signified one way or another anything that happened.
but it's not. Is it? It's not dead. It's just like
No.
sick.
It is decommissioned.
Yeah. I guess. I figured they'd be more aggressive, so I don't know if this is really it. And given that it was incapacitated by something that seems fairly common for these goblins, I don't think it's the thing we need to fight.
I think maybe the three things. If you look on the map, there are 3 places that are like scribbled out. Those might be the 3 things.
Yeah. And given that one is labeled bad, 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 I think we need to go there.
How long did it take
Maybe
us?
let's start with the river thing.
So to get here, it was about a couple hours, like 2.5 hours walking from fields to Hidden.
So we might also be able to come back if it turns out we do need to kill it.
Yeah.
Shall we go to the river and then if we can't find something in the river, I guess we go across to the Biddy or Bitey.
Yeah.
All right. So, making your way there. Who's leading now?
This all does feel very Legend of Zelda, and I love it. I think I'm probably still doing it if it's nature
I
stuff.
am on Ruby's like shoulder or back.
Then make that nature check, Ruby.
You're on my back and Sapphire is on your shoulders.
And Fulber's on Sapphire's back.
um, that one is not nearly as good as before, but it's still a 10.
Okay, so it takes you a little longer to find your way there, but it's a pretty straight shot. When you get there, it's later in the afternoon. It's not sunset yet, but it's closer to like 4 or 5 p.m. And what you expected to be a river with how the map was drawn, you now see isn't a body of water. It is a scar through the middle of the forest, where the trees have withered away and died. The grass is orange and wilted. Flowers have fallen to the ground ungrown, and there is a almost a thick miasma that fills the air.
Is there a way down
It's
into the chasm?
Oh, sorry, it's not a chasm. It's
It's just like a dead area.
yeah. It's like a dead scar through the middle of the forest.
Like when a meteor hits and it like causes a trail of
yeah.
stone and dust.
Basically.
Could
I guess.
I roll like perception to see if it's something in the air that is causing this? Like if it would be safe to like walk into this area?
Yeah. Roll either nature or investigation.
$15.
So you run as extensive of a test as you can. Like you throw living things in there, and they don't seem to like. By living things, I mean like a flower, some grass, like a leaf.
I just throw a fucking rabbit in.
Yeah,
Just like-
you go back and grab the goblin, throw the goblin. And like the plant life you threw in there, none of it seems to wilt away or wither or die. It's like, totally fine when it's there. So it doesn't seem like there's anything necessarily deadly in the air, but the only way you're gonna know
breathe.
the only way you're gonna know for sure is by stepping into it.
Yeet.
All right. It smells, and it's gross because it's like you suddenly stepped into an extreme amount of humidity, but you can tell that this is not humidity. It's just like gross. But you can breathe. It just smells bad. It's extremely musty. Like it's not bad like rotten flesh. It's like musty, like rotting wood.
That's interesting considering that it seemed like all the trees were like dead as if from like lack of water. Can I like roll investigation again now that I'm like in the area to look around and see if there's
Sure.
$15 again.
Okay, so looking around now, it seems like something is either sucked the life out of this land or blighted it or corrupted it in some way where life is just not really a thing here. It seems like wherever you are now is either the territory or lair of something fierce that hunts in this area. As well, Kiva, make me a perception check.
Are there any dead animals, or is it completely devoid of anything except the plant life or dead plant life?
You don't see any dead animals looking around.
I got a 12 for perception.
Okay. You could swear you hear a faint rustling in the far distance. That's about it.
I guess let's just go, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, do we
Try
want
and
to
find
like
this thing.
yeah. Time for hunting.
Okay, so making your way through this blighted scar, you eventually begin to come across what appear to be strange pools of a very viscous fluid of some kind.
Gross.
Like saliva.
It could be something like saliva.
Can I roll a nature check to
Sure.
see?
Yeah.
Hey, dirty 20.
So this is definitely from something,
Mm.
quote unquote, alive. Um, it's some kind of fluid, whether it be saliva or a digestive fluid mixed with whatever it was digesting. You can't really tell.
Can I pour a little bit of acid from my jug onto it to see how it reacts?
Oh, because it's a base. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't think I have to like roll for that or anything.
No, that's fine. So, pouring the acid onto the substance, you see that it lets off a acrid smoke.
Don't breathe that in. Okay.
What? Why would what you just said acid, so why would anything here be a base?
Digestive
just
fluid is also an acid, Will.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I don't know,
Okay.
but now I know.
It's literally called digestive acid, like stomach acid.
That's fine. I just was confused.
Yeah, now you know.
You
I
said it
didn't
with
know.
such confidence. I thought I was
I'm just
wrong.
You see, no. The confidence comes from improv. I just go with whatever comes out of my mouth.
Okay. Let's keep going and avoid these big puddles.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So going forward, you finding more and more of these strange puddles, but eventually you come across tracks of some kind. They appear to be foot-shaped, but that's about. They leave a heavy imprint, are larger than the average human, but that's about all you can gather from an initial glance.
It's a lot of destruction for something slightly bigger than a human.
Yeah. So sorry. We see one humanoid silhouette or
A trail. No,
a
a
trail.
trail.
Okay,
Footprints.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess let's follow those.
Do one of you guys want to like roll nature or arcana or something to see if we might know
can
what
roll
this would
nature.
be?
And roll Arcana.
That's only a 9 for my nature.
Arcana's a dirty 20.
And could I roll history, Will?
Sure. So
11.
So with your combined knowledge, you all gather it's some kind of undead, probably. Zombie maybe, a ghost, who knows, but undead.
Cool.
Following the trail, eventually you come to a place where the smell is the strongest. And you see what appears to be almost like a bog of some kind. This bog has fallen trees around it. It's a murky, deep water. And in the center, perched on what appears to be a long tree trunk sticking out of the middle of the bog, is what initially looks like just a tall, raggedly dressed human figure. But upon closer inspection, you see that the feet where feet should be is just rotting flesh and wicked, sharp bone sticking out. One hand appears to be muscled and, still somewhat put together. The other seems almost ethereal, and you could swear flickers in and out of existence. It seems like part of its body is that of a rotting corpse, while others, its lower jaw, its stomach, parts of its head and arm, are almost flickering in and out of existence, as if a ghost, too.
Was that liquid ectoplasm?
You assume maybe, but looking at it more as you see it eating, you see that part of the thing that's appearing and disappearing is the area where its stomach is. And every time that its stomach disappears, strange liquids seem to pour out of the hole that is then there.
Can I guiding bolt this thing?
Sure.
It seems not. It seems like it wouldn't want to be alive.
It seems to want to be dead.
I would if I was in its position. That's gonna be 4d6.
Stenna's also going to bring out her skull.
12 radiant damage.
Yeah, okay. It seems when the radiant damage impacts the creature, it lets out a piercing scream. And for a moment you feel the ground, like you feel your legs grow weak. You feel your heart beat fast as blood rushes to your head. Your vision gets blurry. And then you regain focus as the creature's scream dies off. But you also see that where the guiding bolt hit is a smoldering, charred impact wound that does not appear to be going away.
Cool.
And with that, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Fifteen.
18.
Did we get the same roll?
I got 18.
15, 15, 18? Okay.
I have a +9. I keep rolling low and then I add it and I'm like, oh, okay, actually.
All right, so the order goes Ruby first.
I'm gonna, let's see.
So, because I didn't actually think you guys were gonna get here quick enough, and this is one of the things I originally was gonna design a map for. Instead, I will draw what the area shows like arena looks like, since it's luckily this is the one that's a small arena, and that will be fine.
Okay. Wild shape is an action. I could bonus act. I'm gonna bonus action summon my arms. Or I think that takes a bonus action. Let me see. Yeah, it's a bonus action to summon them. I'm gonna summon them with radiant damage, and I don't care the other one. Um, let's see. I'm gonna guiding bolt it. I'm gonna guiding bolt it as my action, and then summon my arms as a bonus action, which means that I get to attack it once.
That's what the
for
swamp
free.
looks like. So, are you're running up to hit it?
I will, yes, but
Okay,
I'm guiding
so-
bolting it first.
Stepping into the water, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's 18 radiant damage from the guiding bolt, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna have my Constitution saving throw. Ooh, yeah, that's 17.
Okay, so you manage to not become enfeebled and sickened. However, you do running into this creature's swamp, into the creature's lair. You take 5 points of poison damage, as well as 5 points of piercing damage, so a total of 10.
All
From
right.
the various insects and creatures and other things that have started to bite at you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are considered slowed.
Okay.
But you can still get in range to attack it.
Sick. Then I'm going to make my one attack with my arms that I can still do. I swear to God, that's another nat 20.
All right, smack it.
Sure. That one's with the arms, not with my weapons. So let's see. They do radiant damage on their own, and then I add the D4 with the thing. So that's gonna be. Do I double my damage dice from the bracelets?
Yes.
Sick. Oh, wait, it's not a D8, it's a D6. 16 radiant damage.
Okay, so this creature, while still alive, is looking much worse than when it started out. However, as you end your turn, you're ending your turn. Yes, Ruby?
Yes.
All
Let me
right.
see. I might be able to do another thing. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, no, that's a bonus action. I'm
All
done.
right. So, as you're ending your turn next to the Banshee, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I have advantage on those. Uh, 15.
Okay. So, the smell of the swamp, the insects that are biting at your legs and arms, the look of this creature and the smell and presence coming from it, for a moment it's too much and it almost overwhelms your senses. But before you can set into a full panic, you manage to steel yourself and shake off the innate fear that this creature is letting out.
Cool.
With that, it is going to be this creature's turn. So, the first thing it is going to do is it is going to surge forward, moving through you, Ruby.
Gross.
Yes, it is. You are allowed an attack of opportunity.
Hell yeah.
However, as it's going through you, it is at disadvantage. because you're basically like,
that is going to be 14.
that does hit, yes.
Cool. Uh, 11 bludgeoning damage and 4 radiant damage.
As it passes through you, I need you to make me a intelligence saving throw.
A lot of saving throws. Damn.
This is a very saving throw heavy creature.
13.
Okay, so finally Ruby manages not to save something. So you feel, because as this creature is a ghost and it can pass through things partially, you feel as if as it's moving through you, almost as if the inside of your body is getting displaced and moved around to accommodate this creature's space moving through you. It is one of the most unpleasant feelings you have felt, possibly in forever.
Gross.
Yeah. And as this creature brushes through, you can swear it almost brushes past your heart, and you feel your body grow cold for just half a second. And as it finishes passing through you, you take 14 points of force damage.
That's not ideal.
Ending its movement, it is going to reach out towards you, Stenna. And it is going to... You're going to see the creature's hand as it phases back into reality. The hand seems to go from a ghostly, misty color to a cruel, dark black as this energy, this bolt seems to shoot from its finger directly at you. And that is going to be a... Where did my d20 go? Come to me, d20. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so you take 12 points of necrotic damage as the bolt of corruption slams into your chest.
Sorry, that was 9?
12.
12.
And with that, it is going to be Kiva's turn.
I would like to shoot it with
Okay.
my bow.
Okay.
That's 10.
That does not hit. The arrow seems to, with perfect timing, cleanly pass through the creature's stomach just as it phases out of existence. And with that, Stenna, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try and back away from it and also use my skull on it.
To do what?
Uh, Either try or communicate or control it.
Okay. Which one?
I guess communicate first.
Sure. So you reach your consciousness out into the consciousness of this creature, and you are met with a you were met with the sensation of two minds in extreme amounts of pain.
Two minds?
The zombie and the ghost, I imagine.
Oh, I thought it was one singular zombie ghost.
Do you want to say anything, or are you just gonna... I'll let that be your bonus action, by the way.
I I sort of ask it if there's any way of either separating or releasing that like entanglement.
Um, do you just ask that? What do you, I mean...
Is when I got the impression of pain, was there any sign of it like intelligence, or is it
I
just
mean,
pain?
yeah, there's intelligence, but it's right now paying absolutely no attention to you.
Uh then can I try and control the zombie part of it?
Sure. Make a intelligence check.
25.
So, whoever made this zombie had abilities very well beyond you. However, you do feel for a moment that you are able to at least slow down the creature's movements. As this is not a creature under your control, nor is it contracted with you. Messing with or controlling it or ripping it away from another mage's control is something very well beyond your abilities.
Okay. Is that my turn?
Yes, you have hampered the creature.
Okay.
And with that, it is Ruby's turn.
Cool. I'm going to guiding bolt it again,
Okay.
which is my last it's my last free use of the guiding bolt
Okay.
thing. Which is going to be, oh, I need to roll to hit. I don't know if I've been rolling to hit before, but
You didn't for one, but it's fine.
okay. Oh yeah, that's an 18 plus 6.
That hits.
17 radiant damage.
Yeah, okay.
And then how hurt are you, Stena?
I'm at I think 20. I'm at 25.
Oof, okay. I've only got one spell slot, so I think I might have to wait until someone drops in order
I can also
to
cast False Life on
use it.
myself again.
Oh yeah, okay. Then I am going to I'm just gonna punch it with my astral arm again. Or actually, no, I'm going to use patient defense
Okay.
as my bonus action, and then that will end my turn.
Okay. Okay. At the end of your turn, the creature is now going to go. It is now going
Or
to...
wait, can I say that I moved out of its like cloud or whatever?
So the one that's dealing damage to you, or the one the fear?
The damage.
So that's the swamp you're in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever then. It's
All right, but yeah, I'm ending your turn there. You take another 2 points of damage from the creatures sucking your blood. All right, with that, it is going to be the creature's turn, and it is going to first make a corrupting bolt attack against you, Kiva. And that is going to be a 14 to hit. All right,
Doesn't hit.
you manage to dodge out of the way as this bolt of corruption arcs forward and hits one of the already rotting trees, making it explode into a pile of splinters. It is then going to try and make you afraid, Kiva, and it's going to stare at you, and the unblinking stare is going to send this sense of almost primal fear down your back. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I believe I get advantage on
Yes,
this.
you do.
You have a fucking -1 to wisdom saving throws. Anyways, it's gonna be a 17.
So you are fine. You are not afraid. You're too, I don't know, suicidal to be afraid.
Too small.
Too brave.
Not
Too
enough room in
stubborn,
there.
I think. I'm just like, bitch, nah.
Too bastard.
Too spiteful.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Too spiteful to be afraid. So you are not afraid of it, and with that, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try to shoot it again.
All right, do that.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Ten damage.
Okay. The arrow sinks into its knee as it goes and becomes a guard. All right. It is looking pretty rough, actually. So, Stenna, it is your turn.
I think in order to not die, I want to cast False Life again.
Okay.
I'll cast it second level.
Go ahead, Ruby.
Oh, cool. Then I am going to wait. Did it not take a turn?
It did. It shot a bolt at Kiva and then tried to fear Kiva.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kiva just didn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'm just gonna use my normal attack because I'm out of spells.
Okay. That sounds good to me. It's looking pretty low, so let's see if you can finish it off.
That's a 14 and an 18.
Both hit.
Oh, damn. I rolled 2 4s on my d4s. 23 bludgeoning damage and 8 radiant damage.
Okay, so you exactly killed this thing. Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, so I'm excited
Didn't
that you
even have
killed
to
it.
use a key point.
I've been waiting for you to kill this thing. So, as you land your flurry of blows, you feel something give way as the solidity of this creature's body crumbles. You see the legs crumple, the head loll down, and an almost peaceful expression come over this creature's face. As its eyes close, its back swells and swells and swells, and then bursts as the banshee inside of it is being ripped apart, ripped out. The zombie's corpse falls into the muck below, an empty shell. And as the banshee, now seemingly struggling against something, rises into the air, you see the edges of her form fading, tearing away, disappearing. She lets out one final piercing scream. And I need all of you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
6.
18.
14.
Anyone who rolled lower than a 13 falls to 0 HP.
Holy shit.
So Kiva faints in front of you both. Their eyes roll back into their head, and they fall face first onto the ground.
I think this is the first time this has happened to Kiba.
Yeah, T-Pain knows what's up.
What?
So banshees
I
have
don't
an
have the chat
ability.
open.
Banshees have an ability that once per day they can wail, and anyone who fails the Constitution saving throw automatically drops to 0 HP.
Uh-huh.
Those who do not, so the two of you who succeeded, take 10 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Is the banshee gone?
The banshee is gone.
Cool. Then I am going to activate the starry form of the chalice and go up to Kiva and use my last spell slot for a cure wounds.
Oh
which is
no.
gonna be
A round
What?
1 whale T-Pain? That sucks.
let's see. So it's 1d8, or I guess it's 2d8 plus 6 total because of my stuff. 14. You get 14 HP back, Kiva.
So Kiva,
And
you
we
come
need to rest.
about 5 seconds after you passed out. You come to consciousness, mud in your mouth, in your eyes, in your nose, but you are awake, alive, and breathing.
I think you come back with Ruby, who is completely made of constellations now, pouring liquid into your mouth out of a chalice that is also made out of constellations.
I don't think this is the weirdest thing that's happened to me in the past 2 weeks, so
Probably not.
And Stenna, looking at the map you now have, in the place that you thought was a river, but now learned is a scar of the lair of this undead creature, you now see a large red X.
Ooh.
So the map knows to update.
Yeah. I think we need to go and long rest somewhere because I am at 26 HP.
That's fine. I'm going to be ending here anyway because I need to prepare maps. So, you find a place to rest for the night. And as you do, you get a sense that, strangely enough, you feel like you don't think anyone's going to attack you at night. At least not this night. And as you sleep and rest and heal, the first day has passed. Only 2 are left.
Only 2 monsters, though, so if we keep this up.
Somewhere else, in a place cut off from both space and time, light and sound. A lone, small, and afraid tiefling floats alone, with only a single voice to keep them company, whispering things that they may not want to hear.
I don't like that at all.
Spooky.
And with that, we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.